Yesterday at like late at night, pretty late at night, I think we got back at 11. Thanks to Macao time, I was up to like 6 a.m. or something, and then I slept until like, I just woke up like 10 minutes ago, guys. It's recovering from the flight. It was a long flight. It was a good trip though. It was really fun. I think there was more pictures I didn't post, but I did have a lot of cool pictures. Went on a hike, played TFT. The TFT team is so nice. It's crazy. The biggest surprise though, guys, was the League of Legends card game. Guys, I didn't even know the League of Legends card game was gonna be there, but I played it and I was like, this is really fun. I told them they need to make a phone app or something. They made like a card game though. I got some boxes of the game. I could play it. Hasn't come out for everyone, I guess, the like publicly released yet, but it was actually really fun. Any good food you recommend from Macau? Dude, everybody spammed egg tarts and Hong Kong milk tea, and they were good. I don't know what it is, but the milk tea there's better. You know what's really sad? I think on the way back, on the flight back, I was talking to Skara and I was like, dude, our next like Uber Eats order in LA is literally gonna cost more than our whole week's worth of food in Macau, pretty much. Isn't that crazy? I guess it's because, like, you know, they don't even get a good wage here, but you know, like, it just costs more to live here, I guess. But we were just like, dude, we can go there and have really good food for like $5 a meal. You know what I mean? I bought at the place we were staying at, you could get like a steak, like lunch. It's like just a steak. It wasn't the highest quality steak, to be fair, but you get a whole steak for like $10, and it came with like rice, vegetables, sides, and a drink. And I was like, how's that happen? It's insane, I tell you. Anyways, pretty good, pretty good. And we went to Hong Kong. We went on this crazy hike. It was hard, dude. It was a hard hike, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it was called. We just hiked to the top of a mountain or something. We start at the city and we see the bottom of like the sky, all the buildings and everything. When we finished the hike, we were above all the skyscrapers, and I'm like, how the heck did we hike that high? It was tough, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was the least healthy. I'm just I'm weak, but yeah, I made it though. I made the hike. It was 3 hours of uphill hiking almost, or like a little over 2. Well, here's the thing. It was supposed to take 2 hours, but it took me longer because I'm slow. But it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. I liked it a lot. I went to this dim sum place. Don't even remember the name of it. I think me and Broden went there because it had a cringe name. I think it was called like the Glorious Restaurant or something. It was a really weird name, and I was like, who names their restaurant that? Let's just go there for the memes. And it was like some of the best dim sum I've ever had, and I've had a lot of dim sum before. The really awkward thing, guys, is I speak a little bit of Cantonese, right? And a lot of them spoke Cantonese or Mandarin there. I was talking to Broden, and I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna stick to English. I don't know it good enough, all right? I don't speak Cantonese well enough to like try and use it, right? And Broden was like, nah, bro, nah, try it. Just, you know, maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. I was like, you know, I'll try it. I'll try it. So we walk into this restaurant, and I was like, you know what? I want to try and order something in Cantonese. We sit down. They can clearly tell we're very American, right? Like, they see us walking in, speaking English. Tall white guy walks in, and then I walk up, and I'm like, I'm gonna try and order one thing in Canto to impress Broden. I mean, I didn't think it'd impress him, but I was like, yeah, I'll just try it. So I tried to order 2 ice waters, and I'm like, what did I say? I think it was like Yomo, or I don't know. I forgot. I think I just said you, which means I think want. I was like, you Leonko Bing Soy, and they were like, okay. They come back, and very slowly they're like, here's your 2 ice waters, sir. And I'm like, oh man, I must have said it real bad. I must have said it real bad. Me and Broden were just laughing. It was great. Did you meet some sprouts? I did. I saw Jaina there, I think. And I was like, oh my God, I see you in chat every single day. It's crazy. Yeah, I saw them in chat, and I see them. I saw them at the thing. And I was like, oh my God, that's real life. This is real life. We're out here, guys. I'm really glad I went on it though. I'm pretty tired, but it was a fun trip. Really glad I went. I got to hang out with a bunch of friends. We went on a boat, got sick. I didn't tell anyone this, but there's this time on the boat. I was sitting next to Pokey, and I think she was like telling me something, and I was feeling really sick. I was just like, I need to go to the bathroom, and I threw up in the bathroom because I got really seasick. Didn't tell anybody about it because I was just like, well, I don't want to ruin the mood. So, and then like after that, I was like standing up, getting ready to go to the bathroom again. But yeah, anyway, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. Oh, you know what was insane? There was a clubba that the TFT team, I guess, rented out or something. It was the first time I actually liked the club. And that's because Porter Robinson was there. That's my guy. He was my #1 played on Spotify. And they had him there. And I was like, oh my God, it's him. It's him, guys. So we went there, and the whole club was Arcane themed. They just played a bunch of Arcane songs. Porter Robinson showed up. There's a bunch of like Arcane like art and stuff around there. They had had karaoke rooms where you could do Arcane karaoke among others. And like, I was like, dang, this was kind of cool, actually. It's kind of cool. Did you sin? Yeah, I mean, I gambled a little bit, but the best part, or maybe not, is I didn't spend that much money and I got to feel like I was because of the exchange rate. Like, I think I was like, yeah, guys, I got like $1,000 to gamble. I'm kind of a high roller, and it's like $100. Well, like a little more than 100, but you get a roll up, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm rolling up with like a couple $1,000. I'm kind of rich, and it's like $200, which is still a lot of money, but it's like, you know, not crazy. But yeah, it was a fun trip. My favorite part was, oh man, what was my favorite part? It was probably either the new Riot card game, or the hike with Lily and Michael. That was pretty good too. Oh, sorry, I was checking something. There's a new Riot card game? Yeah, it's not out yet, but it was really fun. The actual card game is really fun. I can't wait to see it come out. I just wish they made a phone app. I'd be super happy to play it on the phone or mobile or something. But yeah, the card game's super fun. The hike was kind of fun too, even though it was very tiring. It's just something I don't do often. So we started at the bottom of the mountain. We were climbing like crazy, you know what I mean? Climbing all the way to the top, pure uphill. We make it all the way to the top, and we see like 1 million people there. And we're like, how the heck did this many people make it up here? Turns out you just take a car up there. There's just a road. And then there's also a tram. And like almost nobody walked. Except for us. But I'm glad we did. I got a lot of exercise. Oh yeah, I was going to stay by myself, but instead I stayed with Albert. It's box. I don't know. He already had a room, so I was like, I'll save money, and it's usually more fun to room with friends anyway. The funny thing is when we were trying to find a room, so the gazebo there, it's huge. It's like, I Googled it, it's like 10 million square feet or something like that. So we got lost. And I hate to roast Macaoians. I don't know what they're called, but I swear to God, they don't know their lefts from their rights sometimes, okay? Because this guy, what's it called? He gives us instructions. We're trying to find our room. It's our first day in the hotel. All right, we're trying to find our room. And the guy, we're like, hey, how do we like get to our room? And the guy says, okay, you go straight down this way, then you make a right, and then you make a right. And then I'm like, okay. But when he says that, his hand is pointing left. But I didn't really think anything of it. I was just like, okay, sure. So we go down this hallway, we make a right, make another right, we follow it, we're walking around, and we like see things, and we're like, yeah, this looks like a different area. This is like new DLC we haven't seen here before, right? So we're walking around. After like 10 minutes of walking around, we see the same guy, and we're like, what the hell? Like, how we end up here? So the guy looks at us and starts laughing, because Albert's pretty tall, and I guess we're pretty recognizable. And then we start laughing, and then I'm like, hey man, what's up? Like, and he's like, how'd you guys end up here? And I'm like, do you know where the rooms are? And he's like, yeah, it's this way. You walk straight that way. And I'm like, well, we tried that. He's like, you have to make it through the gazebo floor to get to the rooms. And I was like, oh, because, okay, for some reason they check the security every time you walk through, and we didn't want to get all our bags searched because it was kind of annoying, really. But we ended up finding it after that. But I got lost a lot in that gazebo. Place is a maze, I tell you. I will say by like the third day, I was getting pretty used to it. It is an experience. I do think it's crazy that, like, dude, I think a majority of our friends spent that whole weekend without ever having left the casino. It's like 10 million square feet or something like that. I Googled, which is pretty crazy, I feel like. But anyways, yeah, it was a pretty fun trip. It was very short. I didn't get to do a lot of things, but it was pretty cool. Heard you showed how to blow dry hair. Dude, I tried to. Albert was like, what's it called? He was like, hey, Sykkuno, can you teach me how to do, like, you know, spruce up your hair kind of thing? And I was like, yeah, sure, I can try and help. And like, I feel like instead of just doing it for him, I was like, maybe I should try and like just tell him what to do, and he'll slowly learn. So I tried to instruct him. He was doing a terrible job. So I was like, you know what? I'll just try and do it for you. So I'm styling his hair, and I did the right side, and it turned out pretty good. I was like, dang, I kind of see it. It's turning out good. I didn't do the left side, so like one half of his hair looked pretty good, and the other half didn't. But apparently he just never blow dries his hair. Guys, secret to having floofier hair is just blow dry it. That's not really a secret. I feel like it's very commonly used, actually. But yeah, you just blow dry it. You can put some stuff in it too, but for the most part, you really just blow dry it. Makes a big difference. Anyway, that was pretty fun. Glad I stayed with somebody instead of completely by myself. Anyway, yeah, it was pretty funny. There's more stuff that probably happened, but I don't fully remember. Yeah, more stuff that happened probably, but you know, it's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day.